Hi guys, welcome to Irish Footy Vlogs. Today I have the match preview. Dundalk against Molde of Norway in the Europa League group stage. The first game, I was going to say Oriel Park at Tallaght Stadium. Now first off, I'll start off by saying it's fantastic to see Dundalk in the Europa League. They were only in it a few years ago. We had Shamrock Rovers obviously in it before that as well. So in the last decade, we now have had 3 teams as such, 2 clubs in the Europa League knockout stage. So that's huge for Irish football. Delighted to see it. Great to see it. With all the problems, of course, that Dundalk had, Vinnie Perth and poor results, etc., etc. I didn't think they'd make it this far. Obviously, Filippo Giovagnoli has come in and he has steadied the ship somewhat. So fantastic to see that. As for the game itself, then, I think this is a difficult tie for Dundalk. I think a lot of people have looked at Molde and said to themselves that Dundalk are basically, this is their kind of easiest game in the group. Not so sure. I think Molde might finish ahead of Rapid Vienna, for example. We'll see. I could be wrong, but I think they might. Molde are a very professionally run club, if you like. They're the champions in Norway. They're not going to win it this year because they're 16 points off Bode Glimt, who are top of the league. Their form, though, coming into this game from Molde, they did beat Bode Glimt at the weekend by 4-2. They just about missed out in Champions League, by the way, football, where they were knocked out by Ferencváros of Hungary. Ferencváros of Hungary are a strong enough side as well. But they were knocked out in a horrible way. They drew 3-3 and drew 0-0. And unfortunately for Molde, they went out in away goals, but they weren't actually beaten in those games. So fantastic stuff for them. Unlucky not being Champions League, could easily be in the Champions League. At least 2 of the teams in this group could be in the Champions League. Certainly Molde and Arsenal, possibly even Vienna. They've been there before quite a few times. But I think it's a difficult enough one for Dundalk. The Norwegian side have 5 internationals in their ranks. 1 Norwegian international, Magnus Wolf Ekram. He has 17 caps for the Norwegian national side, so he obviously brings a lot of quality and a lot of experience to the Molde ranks. They had a great season last season, winning the title, as I said before, come into this as champions like Dundalk. A few more key players for them is Oma Jamefo, who has 7 goals this season. He's Norwegian. And Nigerian James, he's got 7 goals and 14 appearances. That's a good record as well. So they've a bit of firepower there for Dundalk to basically watch out for. Dundalk, for their part, of course, we know the quality they've had. They've been a bit up and down the league, but their fixtures have been all over the place. Very good win in Derry on Tuesday. So they're coming into this game, on Monday rather. They're coming into this game, not much of a break, but at the same time, the momentum of such of an occasion can help. It's in Tallaght Stadium as well, guys. There was a lot of talk that it could be in, obviously we're looking at the Aviva, and that was called off because of the rugby scenario. And then there was talk of Windsor Park, which obviously isn't too far from Dundalk either. But I'm delighted that it's in Tallaght Stadium and a bit more, it's a bit more of a familiar ground for them, to be honest, isn't it, than Windsor Park as well. I feel a bit more like a home match in my view coming into it. But it'll be interesting to see how Dundalk set up. Obviously, Houben is the top scorer in the league, so they'll be looking to Pat Houben to get the goals. I'm sure Michael Duffy's going to play on the left-hand side of midfield, so, we need the likes of him in his game, don't we, as well? On the right is going to be interesting. It's hard to know. He could go with Daniel Kelly, as we all know. He could go with Kolovic. More than likely, he goes with Kolovic for me. And then the midfield, you've got Chris Shields who'll play, but then you've got the likes of Flores, Sloggett, who's going to play in that midfield position. It's probably not the easy decision. McElhenney as well, of course. 2 out of those 3 will play. I'd probably go with... I think it's a tough one because McElhenney's a magical player. I don't think he's been in brilliant form, but I think personally I'd go McElhenney and Sloggett. The Fee and Flores might play. Of course, then you have the backline as well. Gannon and Leahy. You'd probably go with those, or does Hoare go right back, in which he has done in these big European games? So there's a lot of interesting decisions to be made, for Dundalk. Rogers will be in goal, of course. And I'd imagine, it's a difficult one. Cleary and Gartland centre back, if they don't go with Gannon. But there's some interesting debates there, I think. If you're a Dundalk fan as well, let me know in the comments what you think. the team will be, and who do you think should play, etc., etc. Look, it's going to be a difficult one, as I said. It's a hard one to judge all the same. We saw how well Shamrock Rovers did in Tallaght Stadium against AC Milan, who, of course, are a bigger team. Notably, AC Milan played Bodø Glimt from Norway and just about got through against them. I think they got through in penalties, didn't they? So this is a difficult one for Dundalk. I think if they get a point, guys, I really do think it'd be a great result. They will try and play football. They will try and hit Molde by playing their own game, basically. But I think if they get a point, it'd be a good result. But I sense Molde might win this one, to be honest with you. Hopefully I'm wrong, as I said, but I think they might nick it. I'm going to go for Molde to win this one 2-1, guys. So that's about it, guys. Like the video, subscribe if you're new, and hit the bell notification button, which is very important, guys, because keeps you notified of any videos I upload. Like tomorrow, for example, I'll have the weekend previews, so some interesting games coming up in the Premier Division and First Division there, so keep an eye on that. Myself and Keen Menton will be bringing that to you, and give me your opinions in the comments, guys. See you later. Thanks very much.